Colonial revival. This is the house your grandparents promised meant you made it. Colonial homes scream success. That brick facade. Perfect symmetry. White columns framing the door. When you pull up, neighbors know you're doing well. These homes appeared in the 1700s, when wealthy Americans wanted to show off their British roots. The style came roaring back in the 1900s, and never really left. But here's what nobody mentions about all that beautiful brick. And wait until you hear about what's hiding behind those walls. The heating bill alone will make you understand why. Two-story colonials are climate control nightmares. Heat rises, so your second floor becomes a sauna in summer, while your first floor freezes in winter. That gorgeous brick? It's terrible insulation by modern standards. Those big rooms with high ceilings, expensive to heat and cool? The formal layout means you can't modernize without destroying the colonial look that made you buy it. And somehow this isn't even the worst money pit on this list. Ranch. This is the house that built the American middle-class dream, and it's slowly dying. Ranch houses exploded after World War II. Single-story living, open floor plans, attached garage, huge windows connecting you to the backyard. No stairs means grandma can visit. Everything's accessible. Millions of Americans grew up in these homes. They represent casual family life, backyard barbecues, and the promise that anyone could own a home. But that sprawling single-story layout creates a problem modern families can't ignore. And those big picture windows that seemed so cool in 1955. The real killer is what happens when you try to add square footage. Ranch homes eat land like crazy. That long spread-out footprint means massive heating and cooling costs. You're climate controlling a lot of space. The roof is enormous and expensive to replace. Those vintage big windows lose heat like crazy. Worst of all, you can't expand only out, which means expensive additions. The attached garage shares a wall with your living space, bringing car fumes and temperature swings. But at least ranches are one story. Our next disaster comes in 2 stories of problems. Victorian homes make you feel like you're living in a fairy tale until the repair bills arrive. Victorian homes are architectural jewelry. Turrets reaching for the sky. Fish-scale shingles, spindlework, stained glass, wraparound porches perfect for summer evenings. These homes from the 1800s celebrate decoration and craftsmanship. San Francisco's painted ladies prove these can be Instagram famous. Walking into a Victorian feels like stepping into history. But all those beautiful decorative details are actually... And the way Victorians were built means modern contractors will wait until you discover what's required just to paint one. Victorian homes are maintenance black holes. Every piece of gingerbread trim rots and needs replacing. Painting one requires scaffolding, and specialist painters expect $15,000, $30,000. The complex rooflines with multiple valleys leak constantly. Old plumbing and electrical systems snake through weird spots. The layouts are choppy with small rooms that don't work for modern life. Beautiful bay windows? They leak. Turrets? Impossible to heat efficiently. Original features are expensive to repair and expensive to replace. Think that sounds bad? The next style looks simple, but hides something worse. Cape Cod. Cape Cods look like cozy cottages, where nothing bad could ever happen. That's a lie. Cape Cod homes promise New England charm at an affordable size. Steep roofs, dormer windows, shutters, central chimney. They're compact and cute. Originally built by colonists to handle brutal winters, these symmetrical homes suggest simple, authentic American living. They're in every suburb, often as starter homes. The outside looks manageable and sweet, but that adorable steep roof creates an upstairs that's actually... And those charming dormers everyone loves are secretly... The real estate agent won't tell you what happens when you need to. Cape Cod second floors are basically attics pretending to be bedrooms. Sloped ceilings mean you can only stand up in the middle. Knee walls waste tons of space. The dormers that add character are leak-prone and expensive to maintain. Insulation in that roof space is nightmare-level difficult. Small windows mean dark rooms. The compact footprint sounds efficient until you realize there's nowhere to add space without ruining the proportions. Many have unfinished upstairs spaces that are too expensive to properly finish. And somehow people voluntarily choose our next style, which is even more impractical. Tudor revival. Tudor homes make you feel like English royalty moved to the suburbs and came with royal-sized bills. Tudor revival screams fairy tale. Steeply pitched roofs, decorative half-timbering, stone and brick, massive chimneys, leaded glass windows. These romantic homes from the 1920s borrowed from medieval England. They promise old-world craftsmanship and uniqueness. The mixed materials create visual interest that stands out in any neighborhood. Inside, exposed beams and cozy fireplaces complete the storybook fantasy. But that decorative half-timbering is actually covering up. And those beautiful mixed materials mean maintenance costs that the complicated roofline creates problems that modern roofers, Tudor homes combine every expensive material in one house. Stone repairs? Costly. Brick repointing? Costly. Wood trim maintenance? Costly. Stucco repairs between timbers? Super costly. Those complex rooflines with multiple intersections are leak festivals. The tall, steep roofs are dangerous and expensive to work on. Leaded glass windows are impossible to replace affordably. The authentic details that make Tudors special mean you need specialist craftspeople for repairs. Dark interiors from small windows require constant artificial lighting. But wait, it gets worse. This next style looks luxurious but is basically a weather disaster. Mediterranean, Spanish Revival. Mediterranean homes make you feel like you're on permanent vacation until the first rainstorm hits. Mediterranean style promises resort living. White stucco walls, red clay tile roofs, arched openings, courtyards, iron balconies. These homes, inspired by Spanish missions and Italian villas, exploded in California and Florida in the 1920s. They suggest warm breezes, outdoor living, and casual elegance. The thick walls and tile roofs look substantial and permanent. Every surface whispers, expensive, good taste. But that gorgeous stucco exterior is actually. And those authentic clay tile roofs do something shocking when. The biggest secret is what happens in climates where Mediterranean homes were designed for DRI Mediterranean climates. In humid or rainy areas, they're disasters. Stucco cracks and traps moisture, leading to mold and rot behind the walls. Clay tile roofs are fragile, walk on them wrong, and tiles crack. Each broken tile costs $15 to replace, and roofers charge premium rates. The courtyards and flat roof sections pool water. Arched openings mean custom-sized everything. In cold climates, these homes hemorrhage heat. The thick walls are often just stucco over wood frame, not actually thermal mass. At least Mediterranean homes try to look warm. This next style doesn't even pretend. Mid-century, modern. Mid-century modern homes promise you'll live like a California architect. They don't mention you'll pay like one too. MCM homes are Design Magazine Gold. Floor-to-ceiling windows, flat roofs, open floor plans, integration with nature, clean lines, no wasted decoration. Born in the 1950s-60s, these homes represent optimism and innovation. Natural materials like wood and stone blend with modern steel and glass. Every angle is Instagram-ready. Designers and architects worship these homes. But those massive windows create heating and cooling bills and that sleek flat roof is actually the worst roofing decision because the open floor plan everyone loves means you can't escape. Flat roofs are roofing's biggest lie. They pool water, leak constantly, and need replacing every 15-20 years versus 30+ for pitched roofs. Those gorgeous glass walls mean zero privacy and massive energy loss. Your heating and cooling bills will be double a normal home. The post and beam construction means you can't add walls without destroying the design. Original homes have outdated electrical and plumbing. The minimalist aesthetic means every flaw shows no hiding bad repairs. And good luck finding contractors who understand how to work on these properly. But the absolute worst style, it's not even historic. Modern farmhouse. Modern farmhouse is Instagram's favorite lie, and it's aging worse than any style in history. Modern farmhouse promises rustic charm meets modern convenience. Shiplap walls, barn doors, black-framed windows, metal roofs, reclaimed wood, open-concept living. This style exploded in the 2010s thanks to HGTV and Pinterest. It suggests authenticity, simplicity, and country values while keeping modern amenities. Every surface is carefully curated to look effortlessly charming. It's everywhere right now, but this trendy style is already showing a problem that homes from the 1800s don't have. And those black metal details everyone loves are actually. The worst part is what happens in just 5-10 years when modern farmhouse is fast fashion for houses. It's trendy now, which means it'll look dated fast. Shiplap and barn doors will be the live laugh love signs of architecture. Black windows show every streak and are impossible to keep clean. Metal roofs are noisy in rain and expensive. The reclaimed materials are often just distressed new wood, not authentic. Open concepts mean zero privacy and sound carries everywhere. The white-on-white color scheme shows every mark. Worst of all, because everyone built these at once, Entire neighborhoods will look simultaneously dated in 10 years. So what's the lesson here?